Paranormal, denoting events or phenomena such as telekinesis or clairvoyance that are beyond the scope of normal scientific understanding.
Hello, hello, hello. We are back. This is part 2 of Paranormal. I am once again joined by my good friend, Mr. Ricky Rejas. I'm Tam Ricky. Say hi,
Hello.
Rex.
Hello, hello.
So for those of you who listened to part 1 and were eager to hear what happens in part 2, here we go. Let's get into it, Rix. The first ever sort of depiction of horror or paranormal movie. When was that made? Do you know?
I do know this.
Go on.
I believe it wasn't Nosferatu.
No, that was later.
Oh, okay.
Nice try.
Well, then
that was pretty. It's not that far apart though, but it's pretty.
I don't know.
So the first ever movie, which you can actually watch, by the way, on YouTube, they have it. I don't think it's particularly very long. It's 1896, and it was called The House of the Devil. Nosferatu was actually made in 1922. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's an adaptation of Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, the famous villain who's like stayed with everybody ever since. What a great character that is.
I love that one. I love Dracula.
I was gonna, because we're gonna go into movies now, because why not? And because obviously they have a profound effect on people's imagination and what is this love affair with horror, paranormal, and actually then putting it onto screen and scaring the bejesus out of people, and why people feel they want to go and sit in movie theaters or at home and petrify themselves, basically. It's kind of crazy to me, but we all do it in one.
I love it.
Yeah. I went through it. I mean, when I was a kid, I couldn't do it at all. I literally have nightmares. And as you know, because obviously I tucked the sheets in and was petrified of getting my neck.
I love getting freaked out. It's weird.
Do you remember
I hate it, but I love it.
What was your first scary movie that like proper, made you?
You know what?
I
couldn't tell you. I remember the Amityville.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Yeah,
that was. I remember watching that when I was a kid, and that was pretty bad.
The first one, right?
Yeah.
Let me see when that was made.
That was freaky. I think that was like 1987 or something.
1979.
Oh my god. Okay, cool. So I was a few years out.
I remember the first being in my mum's living room, and I don't know why it was on. We had it was a party. There were people over, and in the background the TV was on, and it was the first Texas Chainsaw was on.
In the background?
Yeah, weird, dude. Like I just remember this,
like it's party music or something.
I just remember Scarface running around, and I was really young at the time, and I just think the TV had been left on and people sort of forgotten about it, and they was talking, but I just kept my eyes kept getting drawn.
Quietly, Tam's getting madly affected.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know why. Yeah, good parenting there. Good parenting skills. But The Exorcist, I know this is a good story. My dad went with my mum. Yeah, that was made in 1973. My dad went with my mum to watch it at the movie theater, and she said after the movie he left, he ran outside and threw up. He said,
he did it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She said he really disturbed. Apparently that was not a good one.
Wow.
I know.
It's not a date movie. It's not a date movie.
Well, people do take dates to scary because they think, we can get cozy, snuggle up. Let's go.
What were your parents thinking?
I don't know. I'm guessing that was. I can't imagine that being my dad's idea. He's really.
Oh wait, I just thought of one. I just thought of another one.
Go on.
The Omen.
Oh, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Little kid.
I don't have that written down actually. When was that made?
That was like 70s as well. The Omen's like awful. Like
that. Well, the music as well. The music.
Damien.
The Omen. 1976. The Omen.
Little Damien Devil kid.
Little arsehole kid.
I reckon that's what you look like when you were a kid, Tam. Little Damien kid.
Yeah, evil.
Just that evil stare.
I think the first thing I used to get scared of things like Jaws, though, dude. To be honest, I told you.
But that's not a scary movie.
Yeah, it's scary though. It is scary. It is scary when you're a trained lifeguard and you can't get in the water. Like,
when you're a trained lifeguard.
Because of it later on. I mean, early doors though. But then I have stories of like my sister. So I hated all that sort of stuff. I couldn't watch. I wanted to watch it, but I'd really struggle, like proper struggle. But then we had like the dining room and the living room in our house, and I'd be generally with my dad and my mum in the other room watching whatever was on TV, and then my sister who is, I don't know, dude. Like, just she's awesome and amazing, but there's something kind of like dark. Seriously, you go in the other room and the lights would be off, and our dining room I always thought was creepy anyway because you had those patio doors, and again it's like reflections which went onto the backyard, and it's really dark, sort of dark room, and she was sat there with this little old TV set on watching like Jaws on her own, dude. And she's like 5 years younger than me. But she'd be there as this little kid just sat there watching scary. I'm like, what is wrong? Like, are you all right?
That's like
dude,
Poltergeist.
And she still loves it now. Yeah, she still loves it now. She's a bit like, yeah, like that. I'm not saying she is a dark sinister character.
Here.
Yeah, but she's always been like, and she's always loved horror movies. Loves them.
I like him as well.
Carrie, 1976, another bad
Carrie's
one.
good one. Carrie's good one.
Suspiria, 1977.
Suspiria is good. Actually, the remake's pretty good too. The remake of Suspiria. That's like 2015, I think it was.
Halloween, 1978.
That's pretty bad. You know what I like? Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, well, that goes all the way. Yeah, there was a Blair. That was back in. I have that written down. Where's Blair Witch? That was the same year as Sixth Sense, 1999. That was released.
Yeah, that's a game changer. That was Sixth Sense.
That was horrific. I thought Blair Witch was horrific. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, most of it's kind of weird with the camera and then you get to the end. It's all for the end, isn't it? Because then you leave and you want to you can't believe what you just seen.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
The ones that had a profound effect on me, because these are ones I want to know which ones had a profound effect on me. So obviously Jaws, which isn't really in there, let's be honest. Alien, and then Aliens. I remember watching.
I like them because
but they're kind of
sci-fi.
Yeah, I'm a massive sci-fi. And The Shining, 1980.
That was good. Stanley Kubrick, come on,
dude. The Shining. Those kids are Red Rum running. Those little kids on those little
and
that little tricycle thing. Man, no. And then
I love that film. Because it's psychological as well.
It's
scary.
Yeah, it's proper horrendous. Proper horrendous.
That's good.
Did you ever get into like zombie ones, like ones that wanted to bite your neck?
Not really. I mean, I like zombie flicks. I like 28 Days Later.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
That was good. And I like From Dusk Till Dawn, but that was a vampire one. Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, that was good. That's kind of split. Good. That was directed by two different directors. So the first one was Quentin, and then the Robert Rodriguez took over and did the vampire crazy stuff. Yeah,
it's pretty good. I like that one.
Yeah, movies. So I don't get it. Like, people still go and see scary movies. We do. I mean, I still do it. I still will watch.
Hell yeah.
They're crazy. We're gonna go to Booze Breakdown.
And now it's time for Booze Breakdown.
So, fill me out on this one. Why is it in movies? So this ties in nicely with things we've just spoken about movies. Why is it? Doesn't it drive you crazy when the characters do the most stupidest shit? Like, there's that advert out at the moment, like on TV at the moment, where they go, like, let's hide behind the chainsaws. Have you seen that advert? Like,
yeah.
But that's what they do in the like. They make the characters. You're supposed to really feel and care about these people, and then they do something which no one in the right mind would ever do. And I know that adds to all the suspense and all of that, but you think, can we make these people maybe a slightly more intelligent but still get the ooky spooky, or do they all have to be completely dumb? What do you feel about that? Do you know? Because that's across the board. I mean, I get when you're in a fight or flight sort of scenario, you might do some stupid stuff, but some of these things, I'm trying to think of an example now. I should have had an example, but majority of them are the same, aren't they? Where
it's like where there's a killer in the house and they decide to run upstairs instead of running out
and trap themselves. Yeah, trap themselves in a room where they got no escape whatsoever, and they're going to 100% die. So, what's your feeling on that?
Well, the thing is, I've never been caught in a house with a murderer, after me.
Fair point. So you're saying your thought process might be clouded.
I mean, your thought process might be clouded, and it's like, what are your options? It's like, do I run out the front door where I think the killer is, or do I run upstairs and where the killer isn't? Do you know what I mean? Or it's more the ones where people go like, oh, I'm going to go have a look, have a
Oh no, the
have a
ones
look
that
at what that sound is.
Yeah, they're the ones that bug me the most. It's like there's a big sound which clearly isn't normal, and you should be fearful.
Yeah,
So people
let's go and have a look what it is.
let's go investigate.
No, don't, mate.
Nah,
Don't do that.
Well, why are you
you're
going?
right.
Yeah, go the other way. What about turn around?
Let's go and investigate. No, you're right. I'm right here, actually.
Pick up a phone, call the police, call a neighbor. Let's think about what we're doing right now.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to pop the kettle on, have a brew. You go check that noise out. I'm going to stick here, have a biscuit. All right.
Have a biscuit. Yeah. No.
But you know, the movie, actually, the movie Cabin in the Woods.
That's a good movie.
Stuff like that.
I know. That's a good movie.
And it's like they're all in the cabin, and there's this one guy who's just questioning everything. He's like, why is he behaving like this? He's like got a PhD. Why is he being such a dick? Like, why are they acting like this?
Maybe it fries your brain. Maybe it does fry your brain. The ones that always bug me when they go to the basement, and basements aren't cool, are they? Like, come on. It's like I hear a noise. I'm going down to the basement. Nah. No. We're not going.
Yeah, but it could be a water leak or something.
Water leak.
You want to go check that out?
Noises like like troublesome noises of water leaks.
Like how? Listen, you don't want a water leak, a persistent water leak. Let me tell you. All right, you want to sort that out quick, smart. Just turn on a light when you go downstairs.
And then the light doesn't work, and then you're thinking, there's a sign here, isn't there? Suddenly the bulb goes at that exact moment when you've heard a noise.
Having said that, I've done stupid shit like that though. Like in my house in France, I've got 2 caves.
No.
And albeit it was in the afternoon, it was daylight, and I was like, I need to find some stuff that could, I was looking for a wine rack, and I thought, maybe there's some in the wine caves. And
caves? No.
Yeah, I went in there, and it's pitch black.
Nope.
Everything's like old in there. It's like a tomb.
No, dude.
And I was in there, pitch black, just rummaging around, like didn't give a shit. Like that could be me. I could have been in like a horror movie and then got like killed.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why people choose to go to places where there's no light. And if the bulb isn't working, and it was working the day before, then that's a red flag, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It's probably because people in life don't generally think that they're in a horror movie, so they do stuff like that all the time. So maybe that's getting translated into a horror movie.
You've got to have your senses about you, though. You've always got to be on your toes, haven't you? Really?
Well,
I'm not expecting the Babadook to be down there. Do you know what I mean? But like, it's like. You know what I mean? But you need to be a little bit.
I'm not expecting the Babadook to be.
But you know what I mean? You got to be a little bit smart about it. Be a little bit smart. Anyway, that was my booze breakdown for this week.
All right.
I think it's time for a game.
All right, what are we playing?
This year we're going to play a new game this week. Kiss, marry, chuck off a cliff. So, in the light of we're doing sort of scary stuff, this is my suggestions for you. These are your picks. So you get to choose. Kiss, marry, chuck.
I get to choose.
You get to choose. No, I mean, as in like, I'm going to give you the people, and then you can say what you want to do with them. So
kiss, marry, chuck off. Okay.
Okay. So the first one, Annie Wilkes. Annie Wilkes from Misery.
Right. Yeah.
Samara, the girl from The Ring.
Okay.
The one that comes out of the TV.
Oh yeah, that's good.
One of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life, to be honest.
Yeah.
And the Wicked Witch of the West from Wizard of Oz. They're your 3.
All right. Kiss, marry,
chuck off a cliff.
Chuck off a cliff.
That's it.
I'd probably kiss Annie Wilkes.
Yeah.
All right. I'd chuck Samara off a cliff because she could do the most damage out of all of them. She'll mess you up. And I'd marry the Wicked Witch of the East. Is this West? I'd marry the green one.
Oh, you marry the green one.
I'd marry the freaky green one.
Oh, they're not great choices, are they? Really? Let's be honest.
Well, no. I mean, look, like, hey, you'd have fun with the green one.
No, I think I'd probably marry.
She could take you flying and stuff. The commutes to work would be great on a broomstick.
That's true. That is true. But don't you think like Annie Wilkes has obviously got that really like overly protective mother thing? So as long as you didn't leave the house, You'd have a
That's
great.
what.
She'd really look after you, wouldn't you? You get everything made. You know, everything's so you could.
Yeah, but she'd kill you. She'd like.
Nah,
She'd be
dude.
too possessive.
Yeah, but dude, like you got to think about.
Nah. I'd marry the green one.
Okay. All right.
I mean, she would smell because she wouldn't be able to have a bath in water. So
Exactly.
she wouldn't be able to have a shower.
Oh, so you've never even thought of that? She'd proper
stink.
She'd proper stinks, dude. She'd proper stinks.
Yeah, but get a bit of the Axe body spray on that. It's fine. No
Bit
worries.
of the Axe body spray.
Oh yeah. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
No, absolutely not.
Shower in a can. There you go. No moisture there. You'll be fine.
Oh my god. All right, that's the game for this week. That's done. We're gonna move. I'm gonna keep moving on because we've got some more to get through.
Yeah.
Going back to stories, we now got this is Jodie McFadden.
Jodie McFadden, who was in the ensemble
Lovely
of
Jodes.
Moulin Rouge. Lovely Jodie.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
So I don't know how open I am to actually seeing ghosts. In the past and in general, I have, spoken to the ethers of all ghosts and very kindly and graciously declined any kind of encounters with, aliens, levitating little girls, clowns, no clowns, definitely not clowns, and, ghosts in general. It's just something that I don't need in my life, but I am very highly sensitive to energy. It has been a gift and a curse in my life. So in 2008, I was working at the Royal Alexander Theatre in Toronto. The Royal Alexander Theatre to this day is one of the oldest continuously operating theaters in North America. I believe it was built in 1907. And in 2008, I was doing the show Dirty Dancing, and I had arrived early to work because I wanted to warm up my voice. And I decided to go out onto the middle of the stage. There was nobody there. The house was completely empty. And I just started reciting Shakespeare. I don't know why I was doing Shakespeare for the show Dirty Dancing, but I was.
That's so Jodie. That's so Jodie.
As I was speaking out into the house, I all of a sudden felt this overpowering presence. I felt super afraid, really vulnerable. It kind of took my voice away and the breath right out of me. And it was really uncomfortable. So all I knew is that I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to get out of there, and I left the stage and ran upstairs to get ready for the show. And a little while later, another castmate of mine who had also come into work early and was going to go out on stage and warm up for the show came up to my dressing room, and he looked really startled. And I said, "What?" And he said, "You're not going to believe this, but I just saw a ghost in the house." And I was like, "What? What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, I was warming up on stage, and I looked up and saw a man in the balcony from a different era in a dark long coat and a hat, and he was walking in the balcony." So of course I turned white because,
Wow.
this is kind of what I had felt. And I wonder sometimes, like, had I stuck around, would I have seen what he had seen? So it was kind of a uncomfortable day at the Royal Alexander Theatre. A lot of things happened apparently in this theater. When I worked there, other castmates talked about books falling off of shelves randomly. The crew has lots of stories. But that is my ghost story.
Thank you, Jodie.
Wow. Goodbye, Jodie. Theaters,
That's
man.
freak.
Theaters are creepy. Theaters are creepy places, aren't they?
Theaters are creepy places. Do you know why? Because there's a lot of emotion held in the theater. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why they're haunted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people are always there. A lot of people pour their heart and soul into.
Well, a lot of people died in
like
theaters
this.
as well. If you think about it over the years, a lot of people, a lot of deaths
Well, yeah.
died in theater.
Well, yeah, that's like our theater's haunted. Our Hirschfeld theater's haunted. But
Well,
I think we're going to get there. I think Dwayne's going to have a bit of a chat about that.
Okay, last one. Let's give it to us, Dwayne.
Haunted? Oh, yeah, we're haunted. I'd say we've got several ghosts or spirits taking up residence here in the theater. The theater was built back in 1924 by the prominent theater producer Martin Beck, after whom the theater was originally named until its rededication to Al Hirschfeld in 2003. Some say Mr. Beck didn't take too kindly to that. People started talking about things getting moved or disappearing and later found again in the exact spot it was supposed to be. We used to have a lot of activity up by the call board, too. The sign-in sheets used to hang from these 2 thumbtacks on the wall, and every so often you'd see them fluttering in a breeze that wasn't there. None of the other postings or notices were moving at all, and the pen hanging from a string right next to it was perfectly still, but the pages on the sign-in sheet would move like someone was flipping through them, checking attendance. I used to like to think it was Martin Beck himself.
Nope.
And of course, in any old building, there's strange sounds, banging and clanging, but then there's strange sounds, like the pitter-patter of someone running up and down the hall.
No.
Doors opening and closing when the doors are all firmly closed.
What?
Incessant whispering from empty rooms. That's what I usually identify with the children. I think it's just 2, a little boy and a little girl, maybe about 10 years old or so. They like to hang out in the hair room on the 4th floor. I usually start to hear them when I'm doing my rounds late at night, just as I'm heading up the stairs from the 3rd floor.
I'm calling out.
I can never quite make out what they're saying, but it sounds like they're whispering and giggling about it in the dark, like 2 little kids up to mischief, or maybe playing hide and seek or something. And then it cuts out just as I get up to the 4th floor. I look around, the door's wide open, all the lights are off, no one's inside. But as soon as I start up the stairs again, it picks right back up, like they're giggling because I didn't spot them or something.
What?
My favorite story of the kids, though, didn't happen to me directly. It was during Kinky Boots, and the show had just let out maybe 15, 20 minutes before. Most of the cast and crew had left, but there was still some milling about here and there, hair and wardrobe mostly. So I hadn't started my rounds yet. Then all of a sudden I hear a stampede rushing down the stairs, and zip, 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 out go the hairdressers, all but the sub-makeup artist who was with us that night, Kenny. He stops and says, "You weren't just fucking with us, were you?" And I said, "No." And he says, "There wasn't a little girl here playing on the pager?" I said, "No." And he says, "They were up there putting things away, and over the monitor came this little girl's voice that said,
No.
hello," which freaked them out initially because they didn't have any young girls in the cast. And when they asked around, no one else heard it. It was only in the hair room.
We're out.
But they all heard it, which led them to grab all their stuff and bolt.
No,
As far
I'm
as
out.
I know, that's the only time they ever spoke to anyone aloud.
No, I'm calling out.
We're out. We're out tonight.
I had no
we will
idea.
not be in the show this evening.
I had no idea that it was that bad.
Yeah, that's.
I
bad.
haven't heard anything in the theater. Have you?
No, because I've not really been listening for it. But now that
And the thing is,
we are.
but-
That makes
But
me.
I'm like the warm up room's just past the hair room,
Yeah, I don't go in there.
and I go in there to do like the compression boots, like after a show. Like I'll be in there by myself, and the
No.
wigs, and like literally by myself, having a whiskey after the show, and I do it for like a half an hour, 40 minutes, and by that time, everyone in the wig room's gone, so it's just me left by myself in the warm up room.
No. You're
And
not going
like-
in there anymore, are you?
Fuck no, dude! I ain't doing that shit no more.
Oh no, I don't want to hear anything like I heard some giggling. I heard some girls. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
That's
Nope.
freaky.
Yeah, that's
And I
not
remember
good.
thinking, I was like there, and I'm like, God, if this place was haunted, it would be really bad. I remember thinking that, but like, and
my
I just,
God.
I was probably too drunk by the time I finished on the booth.
The whiskey numbed you out.
I was like, hey, kids, how's it going? All right, I'm just gonna go home after I've just done some compression boots. My legs feel great. That's crazy.
That's a good one. Dwayne did us good. He did us good there. That was a
Did
good.
he?
that-
Did
yeah.
he? Did he do us good?
I don't know. Well, it was a good story. Well, like now you're gonna be thinking about it when you go in. Oh man, that's not
All right.
cool. I don't want to go in there. I don't
That's
want to.
crazy.
So how you feeling now about all this whole paranormal? Let's wrap it up. What are you feeling about this paranormal stuff? You
I
feeling any
mean, I
better
feel the
about it?
same as before. You know, things are out there that, you know, happen that we can't explain. Yeah, it's ghosts probably. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy.
There's definitely something going on, and there's obviously
Oh,
definitely something
Ricky's
going on.
Rex. Let's do
Oh, yes.
Ricky's Rex.
Ricky's
Let's
Rex.
do Ricky's Rex. Right, so when I put my shoes on, I put them on. How do you put your shoes on, like with socks?
With socks. Sometimes I don't. I'm one of those people that don't always wear. Depending on the weather, I won't always wear socks. I do, but I'm not always.
Yeah, but what
I don't
order
really
do you
like
do it?
socks, if I'm honest. I feel
It's
socks
not
are
more like a Ricky. If this isn't a Ricky's Rex, it's more like a debate, I suppose.
I'd
How
always
do you
put,
put them on? Do you
the
put
socks or
shoe? Do you
sock
put
shoe.
sock shoe, or sock shoe shoe?
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I always put sock shoe.
I put sock shoe shoe on as well. But there are some people out there that put sock shoe.
No, weirdos.
These people are psychopaths.
Yeah, exactly. They're the ones we're talking about in this part. Like crazies, mate. Crazies.
They're crazies.
The
mate.
crazies. The strangers. Those ones.
Sock shoe.
The ones that
What?
looking in your window, like with masks on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I've just thought of another good Ricky's Rex, but I can save that for next
No,
week.
save that for next week. That's a
So anyway, sock shoe out the window. We want sock shoe.
So your recommendation is to do sock
shoe.
All right, that's good.
Okay.
So we're at the towards the end of the show now, and it's time for Scoop of the Week, babes. Scoop of the Week. You ready for it? I feel we need something light after all that heavy. So
All right. Give it to me.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to be prepared for this one. This is probably one of the best ones I've ever heard. I'm not even going to lie. You ready?
Yeah.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now. Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Does he try to get back on the horse? And he's like,
He tries to get back on it, dude. Check it out. One more time. Let's do it one more time. He's nailing it here. He's like, oh shit, abort. He's like, oh man, the commitment to try again though. And then
God,
fail.
You know what that sounded like? That sounded like he was like a demon was coming out of him.
Oh, I need that laugh after that
Oh my God.
episode. That was
Oh my
That's
God,
what-
that was so good.
that is very good, right? One more time.
One more time. And the people clap him.
I know they feel sorry
bless him
for
trying.
poor guy, but
Oh,
he's like
bless him for trying.
he apologizes as well. You can actually YouTube that. You actually see him apologize and say, "I'll try again." That's what he said. I'll try again.
Well, that
That's
was a
cute.
wonderful Bants with Boo.
That
Let's
was
do it.
was
Ladies and
it.
gentlemen.
that was a good band to do.
Yeah.
So I guess we should say goodbye.
Yeah.
As we come to the end of the show, it's been fun this week. It's been
It's
interesting.
been good.
Got a two-parter.
Interesting. Two-parter. All right.
Ricky, say goodbye. Say
Goodbye,
thanks.
everyone. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks
That
for
was
listening.
fun.
Share, drop your likes, and
Yeah.
share with your friends, and let us know. Give us comments because we always appreciate comments. We do try and read them and
Okay.
get through them all.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye bye.